Well, 2025 has been a hard year on nonprofits with federal and state cuts and a decrease in donations. Many organizations are in the middle of deciding how much they can do in 2026 and are hoping for one last fundraising push. Sammy Selena joins us now with more about this effort. Sammy?
Yeah, Carla, it's a critical time right now. About 30% of donations are given during the month of December to nonprofits, and they tell me that help is very much needed.
Minnesota nonprofits say 2025 has been filled with struggle.
At Minnesota Council of Churches itself, we started the year with 71 staff. We're ending the year with 22 staff.
Reverend Jared Morey is the Director of Strategic Relationships at the Minnesota Council of Churches, who says federal cuts to the refugee resettlement programs by the Trump administration has hugely impacted their work.
We're ending the year imagining a $4 million budget for next year. That is a 70-some% cut.
According to the Pulse Check report from the Minnesota Council of Nonprofits, more than half of organizations surveyed reported a decrease in government funding. Meanwhile, about 68% of nonprofits reported an increase in a demand for their services.
Every single organization who's not able to serve as many folks in the coming year, that presents a really impactful disruption of the way of life that we've come to really love and care for and value here in Minnesota.
Jenna Ray is the CEO and executive director of GiveMN, who says while Minnesota saw a record-breaking Give to the Max Day, that momentum needs to continue.
From last year to this year, we've seen a 20% increase in all of our services here in the Twin Cities. So need continues to increase, funding continues to either stay pretty flat or decrease.
Captain Josh Polanco of the Salvation Army says they're about $250,000 away from their goal. They're ready to give a final fundraising push.
This has been a tough season, not just for those struggling, but for organizations like the Salvation Army, who's trying to be a good neighbor to those in need.
Another part of this, more than half of the organizations in that Pulse survey report say there is a hit to their staff's morale as they worry about the future of the work that they do. Carla?
Yeah, incredibly understandable. You know, when we look at this, it's so overwhelming, and you talked about the record-breaking donations. Is it enough to make up that delta, that difference from what they had previously received in terms of those state support and the national support as well?
Yeah, the feeling that I get from nonprofits is that no, it is not enough. We do know in some cases donations are down, but of course it just kind of depends on the organization, depending on what that organization is doing. You know, and if it resonates with people, then maybe they've seen an increase, but it just kind of depends.
Yeah, no question. Well, it's a really good reminder for all of us as we approach the end of the year. Thank you so much, Sammy.